friends, I'm the vegan around again. Today I'm going to make a raspberry tart. Isn't that amazing? Look at these beautiful, beautiful, delicious frozen raspberries. I have almost 2 pounds. No, that's not that important. Important is that you use some of this wonderful ingredient to get it a firm tart. This is your coconut butter. This is cooking water, boiling water. It has boiled, and I put it on top. Put the coconut butter in here. That is firm, and it liquefies by the water. Not getting too hot though, to make the whole thing still alive. This is my dates to sweeten the raspberries. Got a whole lot of dates, and to give it a little more flavor, because raspberry, they love the lime with the zest. I have 1 lime, 1 zest. Because this is for the filling, and this is for the tart, the crust. I make that first. They're very simple. Just a handful of dates and some coconut flour. I just put it into my food processor. Yeah, very important tool in my kitchen for making cakes. And why is it so important to make a cake? Here I come to the very important detail of my personal diet. I told you already. Let's make a little break here. I told you already. I understand my diet as part of TriYoga, my TriYoga practice. That is a regular routine of exercising every day, my body and my mind, both. It's all one. That's the sense of yoga and all the Asian spiritual disciplines. We need it in the West. It's so important. So routine, that means daily practice. And that creates a rhythm in your life. That creates energy. Like if you make something always the same, boom, boom, or the drop of water on the stone, that gives the rhythm, and that gives a lot of power, strength. So the same I do with my diet. And the cakes, yeah, the sweets, I use as a tool to make my diet work, because I have a healthy, very nutritious, healthy cake. Very simple to make. It takes only 15 minutes to make it. I will show you in a minute. And that helps me all the time, because sometimes you have a craving, and you go to a shop and buy something sweet, not so healthy, and then you ruin your body. And you have some desire. You need to feed your desires to you. You need to do that. But how to do that? That's the best. That's the important point. And I could keep up with a healthy diet when I began to invent these own cakes, these life food cakes with very healthy ingredients. Yeah, no white sugar, for example. The date is a wonderful sweetener. You see, my favorite sweetener. There's so many minerals in it. The whole fruit. It's the best sweetener you can get, in my opinion. And so on and so on. I have more details later. Yeah. Now I begin to make the cake. If you take the dates soft dates, then your dough is ready in a couple of seconds. You see? And put out a blade, S blade. That's how what my food processor was fitted with, S blade. And this is the dough. See, very dough-like. You see, it picks together because the dates were soft. I had soft dates. I have inexpensive dates. I buy 5 kilos in a package each time I order at my health food store. And very inexpensive. So a kilo of dates costs only maybe $7 or $8, or €5, or €6, not more. Between 5 and 6 euro. It's very expensive for a sweetener, because you don't use sweetener that much. Yeah, not like sugar. You of course you have by organizing your diet in a reasonable way, so it's delicious and healthy both. You can, now you see I press the dates and the coconut flour, press it down, into the bottom of my spring form. And my friends will come tomorrow. This cake will have firmed up in my fridge, I hope. I never tried this cake with raspberries actually. I tried it with blueberries once. That worked amazing, because the blueberries, they have a pectin inside that makes, if you beat it up, it makes it gel a little bit. So that is why blueberries always turn to a gel if you beat them. Oh, this is picky a little bit. Doesn't matter. You use some more of the flour, it picks less. Less flour, it picks more. Yeah. So it's almost done here. A little bit picky here, so it sticks to my fingers. So I have to a little bit take care. Not to ruin the cake. It will firm up in the refrigerator, of course. I have to press a little bit more. Oh, that should work. That should work. It sticks to my fingers, not so good. Well, I can do it with this tool. Doesn't stick that much, I guess. Metal container, or with a spatula like this, or with a spoon. You can use different tools to prevent it from picking. See. Well, that should do it. See, this is my crust. Nice and even. Not too thick, not too thin. Okay. So the next step, almost done. I take my blender, power blender, and put the raspberries in first. No, first I put the dates. Then I put the lime, the zest, and the coconut butter, the liquefied butter. Spoon here. See how I scrape it out. Now, the raspberries, see, a very simple, easy recipe, just the raspberries and something to make it firm. That's the coconut butter, remember, liquefied, it's easier for the blender. And in the end, you add some lime and some dates to give it a zing. It's so delicious. Limes and raspberries, they fit together perfectly. I quickly wash my hands because they pick a little bit from the dates. It's easier to handle the rest. Now it might be I can use this for my blender. Let's see. I made a mistake, you see. I can explain. Here is the coconut butter. It sticks to the walls of the blender because it's frozen again. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's not much. I can try to scrape it down and look at this wonderful cream of the coconut, of the raspberry. See how wonderful that is already? So amazing. Don't even need to do that much to scrape it down. It's just a little bit. I should have put it in later. And I saved a little bit of coconut. I scrape it down once more, like this. You always do this to help yourself. You can always use that spoon, a long spoon. So it's easy to scrape it down then. Yeah, see, that works better. Yeah, a chef always needs to know how to help himself. That's the rule. Otherwise, you're not a chef. Yeah, there always something can happen, and then you have to react and find a trick to make it work again. You won't throw away anything of these things. They're precious. That's it. I'll fill that into my spoon form. And that's my cake. I put it in the fridge. I hope it will firm up. Oh look, it's wonderful. See? That looks like, isn't that nice? Beautiful. That will be an amazing flavor. I love raspberries. They have a special healing effects too. Like many of these berries, their color and their ingredients, they for example fight in cancer cells. So raspberries especially, they have these wonderful benefits. But you don't need only to eat them in the summertime, because if you have them frozen, they're very inexpensive. You can always keep them in your freezer. I always do that. I have some raspberries, some cherries, some frozen blueberries, but they're so inexpensive and so delicious because they save their rich flavor in the freezer, and they're very easy to use. That's my little luxury. But it's not only luxury, I told you, it's very important to keep up your healthy diet. If you have a craving or a sweet tooth, you want to do something still healthy at the same time and responding to your desires. That's why I make these cakes. But what helps a lot too to keep up a healthy diet, and what is even more healthy, is to eat nothing or to make a fasting once in a while. For example, it's good to do that once a week in regular terms. And you just, for example, eat only fruit, or only drink only juices, something only. Yeah? You can already drink only water. That is very, very strong kind of fasting, but you don't need to do that. It's also great to just once a week eat only fruit, for example. It helps a lot. Also, the body it learns to say no to something you want to eat. And you do it once a week. It's very healthy for the body and the mind. It relieves the body too from having all this digestive work to do. So this is very nice trick, and a very nice raspberry cake. See, it's my raspberry cake in the form. And once it's ready, I'll make a photo, show you, and see you very soon. Thanks for bearing with me.